Hello and welcome to Reason News. Johannesburg political drama continues as Mayor Dada Morero and Chief Whip Sithembiso Zungu have survived motions of no confidence tabled in a tense council sitting. The votes, which took place on Wednesday, came amid mounting criticism of the city's leadership and persistent service delivery challenges. The Johannesburg City Council convened on Wednesday to debate and vote on motions of no confidence against three of its top leaders, Mayor Dada Morero, Chief Whip Sithembiso Zungu, and Speaker Nobushle Mthembu. The motions were brought forward by opposition parties, most notably the Patriotic Alliance, citing widespread service delivery failures and governance concerns. Mayor Morero, who has held office for just 10 months, faced the DA's motion accusing him of presiding over a city in decline, with basic services crumbling and communities being neglected. The DA's Johannesburg caucus leader Belinda Kayser-Echeozonjoku described the administration as marked by mismanagement, patronage networks, and a disturbing lack of transparency. When the votes were counted, Mayor Morero survived with 144 councillors voting against his removal, 75 in favour and 43 abstaining. The ANC, EFF, Patriotic Alliance and several smaller parties rallied to his defence, while ActionSA, despite being a key player in Morero's initial ascent to the mayorship, abstained from the vote. The Chief Whip, Sithembiso Zungu, also retained his position with 179 votes against his removal, 69 in favour and 6 abstentions. However, the Speaker, ActionSA's Nobushle Mthembu, was not as fortunate. She was removed from her post, leaving the city temporarily without a speaker and requiring a special council sitting to elect a replacement. Morero stood to applause and singing from his ANC caucus, shaking hands with supporters as he expressed relief at the outcome. Here's a video from the SABC News.
The mayor of Johannesburg, Dada Morero, who has just survived a no-confidence motion. Mr. Mayor, yesterday when we spoke to you, you said you were very confident. You had 140 votes. Where did the extra 4 come from?
Now remember what constitutes the current coalition. Our total number is 147. And you are aware that the ANC lost a councillor and there were 2 more councillors that could not make it from the coalition as it stands. So we were confident. We've had meetings, we've discussed issues, and by last night we then concluded in preparation for this meeting today. So it went well.
How are you feeling right now after that victorious moment? I know you were expecting it, but how does it feel to have this behind you now?
No, it's okay. It was not something that is worrying, except that what's worrying is that the DA could not present quite convincing arguments in the chamber. One had expected them to really present arguments, but they did not prepare adequately. That's what I've also noticed, which also gives an impression that there are challenges of capacity within the caucus leadership, because their statements were quite very low. They could not really present a strong and valid and solid argument on why they are presenting a motion of no confidence. So I guess in essence the DA wasted our time in council. Next time they would want to do, I would suggest that they prepare adequately on their arguments, and they must bring very strong arguments into council so that society can be convinced whether they do have a case or not. But today we are clear they had no case. It was just an electioneering employ which has no standing in the work that we are doing in the council.
What's the future of the relationship between the ANC and ActionSA, given that they did not vote, they abstained from the vote of no confidence, but we saw them voting again to defend the Chief Whip of Council. What does that mean for this relationship? Are they still a part of the government of local unity? Are they not? Have they ever been?
Well, in the discussions that we have been having, as you know, since the beginning of May, we have been having meetings in discussion on the relationship between ourselves and ActionSA. We agreed that the discussions and negotiations would continue regardless of their current stand that they took. So on Monday when we concluded, we said, look, it's fine. This is your position, and the ANC will also take a position, but does not mean we are closing on the engagement, further engagements and negotiations, because it's in the interest of the ANC to bring everyone into this arrangement so that we can stabilize Johannesburg. You can see there are movements that we're doing, there are projects that we're beginning to see and injecting life. There will be successes, and we're saying let's work together. So we have not closed the door as the ANC, and we'll continue to engage with ActionSA.
Before I let you go, the bomb room, which was announced during the State of the City address, has come out quite prominently. One of your own coalition partners, the PA, expressing unhappiness, saying that it is somewhat acting as a rogue unit and working alongside the presidential committee. Unhappiness there, but mixed bag of reaction. The IFP saying that it is assisting in terms of fast-tracking service delivery. ActionSA as well as the Democratic Alliance saying that it is not, there are no legal frameworks that it relies on. The establishment of this bomb squad does not rely on any legislation. What are your thoughts in all of this?
In terms of the coalition partners, yes, there could be one probably who's still not happy with the establishment of the team, and will engage, especially the Patriotic Alliance. And I have therefore asked to meet with the leader of caucus and an MMC, Kenny Kunene, which meeting shall happen tomorrow so that I can understand better what his concerns are. Two, generally there's happiness also within the administration. Some have welcomed the intervention because it is assisting where there are limitations, and that was the whole idea. Where there are limitations, the constraints, this team was meant to help them. So we can see that we're unlocking. Of course, there could be some communication breakdown there and there, which we're fixing. This team has just started now. It will generally have some challenges as it's starting to crawl, but we'll address the discomforts of other members so that we can get the work done. There's no time to be arguing, it's time to deliver, and that's what we're going to do.
Thank you so much.
The legislation matter has been addressed sufficiently, and I've also responded to the MEC yesterday to address the issues of legislation.
ActionSA's abstention was a pivotal factor. The party, which holds 44 of the 270 council seats and was instrumental in Morero's rise last August, declared it would not defend what it called an indefensible track record. ActionSA National Chairperson Michael Beaumont cited ongoing power outages, water shortages, broken infrastructure and uncollected waste as evidence of the administration's failure. Service delivery in Johannesburg has collapsed. Johannesburg residents aspire to more than that kind of leadership, and ActionSA aspires to more than that kind of leadership. Despite their criticism, ActionSA chose not to vote with the opposition, a move that allowed the ANC-led government of local unity to retain control. DA councillor Alex Christians added, quote, "Keeping Morero in power is a clear sign the coalition priorities positions over residents' needs. Those who witnessed this today will see it for what it is, political self-preservation at the cost of service delivery," unquote. On the streets and online, residents are voicing frustration. Hashtags like #JoburgFail and #CoalitionChaos trended as citizens expressed exhaustion with what they see as a political circus. Johannesburg has seen 4 mayors in under 3 years, with each new coalition built on fragile trust and backroom deals rather than a shared vision. The removal of the speaker and the shaky hold of the current mayor highlight ongoing instability. With the speaker's seat now vacant, the city manager will preside over council meetings until a new speaker is elected. This leadership gap, combined with persistent coalition tensions, raises questions about the city's ability to implement long-term strategies and restore basic services. The ANC-led government of local unity, bolstered by the EFF, PA and smaller parties, remains in control, but the cracks are clear. The coalition's survival has come at the cost of public trust, with critics warning that political maneuvering is being prioritized over urgent governance needs. Analysts say unless the city's leadership can deliver tangible improvements, further motions of no confidence and coalition reshuffles are likely in the coming months. The heart of the crisis remains service delivery. Johannesburg residents continue to face daily challenges: power cuts, water outages, broken traffic lights, and deteriorating infrastructure. The DA and ActionSA argue that these failures are the direct results of poor leadership and lack of accountability. Mayor Morero's administration insists it is working to address these issues, but many residents remain skeptical. The immediate priority for the council is to elect a new speaker. The city manager will call a special sitting for this purpose, and the outcome could further shift the balance of power in the chamber. Meanwhile, the mayor and chief whip will need to rebuild consensus within the coalition and demonstrate progress on service delivery if they hope to avoid future challenges to their leadership. Johannesburg's mayor and chief whip have survived unsuccessful motions of no confidence, but the city remains mired in political instability and service delivery woes. With coalition cracks exposed and public frustration mounting, the coming weeks will be critical for the city's leadership. We will continue to monitor developments and bring you updates as the story unfolds. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay informed, updated, and curious.